It started off as a feature of Drake's One Dance featuring Wizkid and Kyla. Right now, it's the #1 song in America. That's Drake's first, and that is also a first for Wizkid, the first Nigerian artist to have a #1 record in America.
It's huge.
Did you perchance see this coming?
Well, I didn't see it coming, but as soon as that record dropped, and you know, with the momentum at which Drake was coming, you know, the album, the execution of the album release, man, as soon as it got to #3, I knew it would get to #1.
You could see they had the chance.
I mean, it just came with a lot of momentum, and right now Drake is, you know, one of the biggest artists in the world. He's the biggest hip hop artist in the world, clearly.
Definitely.
You know, and just putting Wizkid on that record has just put Nigeria on the map.
Do you think it's a fluke for Wizkid that it just happened by chance that he has?
This didn't happen by chance. This is, you know, a result of hard work. This is a result of always, you know, recording non-stop, you know, being very diligent with what he does, you know, putting in the work, working with the right producers, not just working hard, but also working smart, connecting with, you know, the guys in the UK, you know, linking up with Skepta linking up with Drake, you know, putting him on a Joel Agbari mix, working his way towards that place. The boy has been in the US for a long time. He's been, you know, working with several other producers. You remember all the time he was hooking up with Chris Brown?
Yeah.
That everybody just thought it was wasted effort. Was, you know, Wizkid doing with Chris Brown? All these things, you know, they've just led up to this perfect moment. You understand? Jumping on a track that is the #1 track in the US. This is the Billboard charts. This is the most respected charts in the world. Take it or leave it. And it's so surprising how one guy from Canada, you know, a Filipino Czech and a Nigerian are dominating the charts right now. A US chart is incredible.
Yeah, but you said something about hard work. There are a lot of hard-working artists here in Nigeria, and we don't see them having the #1 record in America.
So I said hard work. That's working hard. I also said working smart.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wizkid has also been working smart, knowing when to link up with the right people to link up to. I don't know how his game is working with the kind of manager he's working with. This guy has put in work. So is he blessed? Is he lucky? I say he's blessed. I won't even say luck, but he works hard and he works smart. And you know, when the stars align, hey, there's no stopping him.
Okay, EP coming up next, followed by the 3rd album. Do you think Wizkid can live up to the hype?
Definitely.
The whole world is looking at him right now.
I think he can live up to that hype. See, sound-wise, Wizkid plays with a lot of sound. He plays with hip-hop, you know, Nigerian pop sound, what the guys in UK call Afro beats, you know, Caribbean music, you know, just downright hip-hop. Any kind of sound, the guy can just bounce with it. He works with a lot of producers, so his album is going to be a plethora of sounds.
Some say he has to work on his lyrics. That what works here for Nigeria.
Definitely, we talked about this in the last episode where we talked about Wizkid. He needs to work on the lyrics, but lo and behold, you understand. I think he understands this, and he has, you know, put together a super team of, you know, good writers and songwriters that can, you know, push his craft forward.
Okay, the big question. Wizkid has done a whole lot in his career. Do you think Wizkid is a legend?
Definitely a legend in the making.
Why?
Definitely a legend in the making. Why? Because, see, what it took P-Square, Two-Face, and the band, it took these guys years to achieve, especially Two-Face and P-Square.
It could be a matter of timing.
No, that's what I'm saying. But he took them a lot of years to achieve what they have done. It took Wizkid like 2-3 years. In his 3rd year, Wizkid was signing a management deal with Disturbing London in the UK. You understand? Jumping on tracks already. So he's definitely a legend in making. He has hastened the process. Yeah, okay, Wizkid and Davido, they've done that. They spent it.
Do you think the likes of Two-Face, P-Square,
yeah,
hasten the process for the next generation of Wizkid and Davido?
That's why we call Two-Face a legend.
True.
So if you come into the market and you speed it up, if you come into the market and, you know, accelerate that process, something that took some people 8 years, you do it in 3 years, fam, you are getting to that legendary status, because not everybody in Wizkid's timeline has done the same thing.
Definitely.
Do you understand?
So
people are still doing it. I don't really stuck here. They're just doing their thing, you know. But he's been able to take it beyond the shores of what Nigeria, Africa, in the US, #1. Boom.
Okay. Over the weekend, he went to Ghana, picked up an award, and he announced StarBoy Music Worldwide, whatever that means. Do you think it's the right thing for him to do right now, to create like another subdivision of his label and sign new Ghanaian acts?
I've always been a fan of amassing a super team. You understand? I'm a big fan of Olamide putting the YBNL team together. Big fan of MI putting the Chalk City team together. When you are hot and you are burning, you have to gather a team to burn with you. You understand? Just in case you go cold. the other guys around you are burning. 2, you can always take your craft to the next level. So let's break it down. Wizkid signing Efya. We all know Efya is a fantastic songwriter.
Yeah. And
singer. You know, does she bring value to the StarBoy label team? Yes, in all ways. We saw pictures of them in the US together. Sass was there, they were doing their stuff. We just found out Sass is a co-producer on Drake's One Dance. Do you understand? So she's a valued member of the team. Songs she will write, add value, yes. She also will focus on that. And I think Wizkid is actually putting this team together to create even more than just individual careers, but to pack a power punch to actually hit the American industry. Okay, right now we see what's happening in New York, we see what's happening in the UK. Everybody's tilting towards this Nigerian pop sound. That's what they're discovering. Putting Efya on your team, putting Mr. Eazi. The Mr. Eazi guy, we've seen him. We've seen that he's a good songwriter too. He has that flow. He has that new wave. Wizkid has put him on the team, and it's a no-brainer to put R2Bees on the team also, because you know they've also dominated our West African market and the West African scene. So putting all these guys on the team, then you come to Nigeria, he still has LAX, he has legendary beats he's working with. It's a perfect team. Okay, so it doesn't hurt him.
Yeah, mention LAX. What happens to LAX here in Nigeria?
Still going on. Okay. So whether it's StarBoy Worldwide or StarBoy, a label is a label at the end of the day. Does he have a big structure to stand as a label? No. All these things at the end of the day are management teams or they are super production teams, which is what I've always said. Go independent, have a group of guys you can work with, have a DJ, have a hype man, have a songwriter, you know, that team, and build that team. And that's what Wizkid is doing. So LX is doing well.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking about Wizkid, he has done a lot of things internationally. Do you think with what he has achieved, other acts will now start coming out? We see other acts in Nigeria coming out and even doing more than what he has done.
If they put the work in it, yes. You know, see what Wizkid is doing, see what Davido is doing. And you have to give these two guys a lot of props, right? Davido is on the cover of Fader. It's not beans, it's no joke. This is Fader magazine. They came to Nigeria and put Davido on the cover. It's a very big feat, you understand? He's with Ray Shremon, he's with Tinashe. This is like, I mean, some years ago, if you said this would be happening, we said no, it's a lie. Okay, so we have to give Wizkid Davido a lot of props. And you have some young people coming back. You have Ricardo Banks, Korede Bello, Lil Cash, you know, some young guys. There's Kiss Daniel, there's a lot of them. Okay, and these guys are the future also. So they just need to put in hard work and need to work smart. They have the songs, they have the fan base in Nigeria. They need to build on their craft, double up and scale up. Yes, it's possible.
Okay, now with the attention of the world on our kind of music, do you think that the Nigerian music industry is ready?
We don't still have an industry, so that is a big problem. You see how Wizkid has what? Drake didn't come here.
Yes.
Did they release the single officially in Nigeria?
Nope.
So we still have our problem in Nigeria. We are suffering. There is no industry because there's no infrastructure.
So we can't capitalize.
There is no publishing. Okay? They are what we call labels are just big powerhouses, and they are not up to 5.
There are no royalty.
No royalties. We thank God we have one body that even collects money on behalf of the artist, Koson. But other than that, there's no touring.
No touring revenue.
There's no merchandising. It's still a problem. There's no publishing. So we have a problem in Nigeria. So in as much as we are celebrating these successes, you know, with Wizkid, with Davido and the likes, let's still have at the back of our minds that what? Our industry is shit.
Yeah, we need to capitalize off the momentum right now.
So right now, it is only people venturing into the American or the European market that's what will make sense. That process will make sense. But they coming here is still the same problem. So they are not even stepping into this. They are not even stepping into this zone.
Because Drake has not even been to Nigeria, not even performed in Nigeria.
There's no point.
But he has the hottest Nigerian act on his song.
But I mean, how much is he going to make? Can he tour?
No.
It's one show at a hotel or landmark.
And you get royalties from here if you play something.
There's nothing. So, you know.
Okay, what is left for Wizkid to do?
Right now, focus on the label. Focus on, you know, working with the new acts he's signed. And of course, the existing acts, blending them together. Very important. He needs to show progression with the label. Okay, we've seen him have that success. Replicate the success into your label. Let us see you grow the label. 1, 2, he needs to drop a dope-ass album right now, man. There's an EP, whatever. He needs to drop a body of work that will be reviewed around the world because he's shown us the kind of stuff he has. You understand? The last album, Ayo. Was average.
Yeah.
It had mixed reviews. It was good, average, right? but he needs to drop a dope-ass record that people will keep talking about a decade from now. Like we keep talking about Two Faces face to face and Grass to Grace. He needs to. You want to call him a legend? He needs to work at it.
Okay, do you think it's time for Wizkid to sign that international record deal?
Nothing stopping Wizkid from signing that deal, but he should be very careful. Why? International deals for international acts suck them in, suck them and throw them out.
But it gives them a bigger platform,
gives them a bigger platform, but for how long? Majek Fasek, 1989, signs to Interscope, drops a fantastic album.
You don't know what happened.
Vanishes. Egyptian. We can go ahead and call a lot of international acts. Shabba Ranks. Do you understand? Craig David. You sign those, you are popping in your markets, you go sign an international deal, you know, have that buzz for a year and a half, and you're gone.
King Sonny didn't have that problem.
Do you understand? So, Wizkid needs to be very careful about how he goes around this. If he's looking at blowing up in the international market, he should take another strategy. Simple. Understand, how long can I last here? Does my music evolve? Am I signing with the right label? Will there always be a budget for me? These are the questions he needs to ask himself. If not, become a champion in your local market. Facts only.